understanding the what if spiral and how we can overcome it. But first, understanding what it does to us when we get caught up in the what if spiral. So, what if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not worthy? What if I don't make the sale? What if my team don't make the sale? What if I get rejected? What if? What if, what if, what if? How often do we spend questioning ourselves, internalizing what if when we go to do an action or when we go to achieve a goal or talk to a particular person or talk to our team members about something, their performance, or ask clients for sales, or try and improve the situation in a relationship at home. If I go to do this, if I go to have this conversation with my clientele, what if they say no and they're not interested? The more often we spend in the what if spiral, you'll start to notice a lack in confidence. So about 6 years ago, when I was supervising and managing in a different role, I used to consistently always internalize that, what if I say this to this person or this project team and it doesn't come across right, what are they going to think about me afterwards? So what if? What if it doesn't go right? What if they talk about me behind my back? And that constantly and consistently kept me in a state of procrastination. I was always freezing when I was making decisions. I actually just noticed I stated that probably about 20 minutes ago before shooting this video. I just found myself sitting there internalizing the conversation about what ifs. And I was like, hang on, what if I just got in and shot the video instead? So when we start to get caught in that spiral and we freeze and we procrastinate and our confidence level starts to drop, then we start to get into a self-doubt cycle. And we don't just self-doubt ourselves, there's other people doubting us as well around us, because other people can understand and they can notice your energies. How often, though, do you reframe the narrative for what ifs? Rather than saying, what if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not qualified enough? What if I don't get enough clientele through the door? What if I can't pay my bills? Start to reframe that narrative and go, what if it is successful? What if I double my sales? What if I get 30 more clients than I was bargaining for? What if 80% of my clients say yes? What if I go to ask this person out on a date and they say yes? You'll notice if you do that, reframe the narrative into a more of a positive sense and a positive state, you will start to shift your life in a new direction. And the same thing goes for in your business, in your salon, clinical spa as well. With your team, especially if you have a team, if you start to reframe the narrative, you have those hard performance conversations with your team if they're lacking in their performance in terms of their service upgrades, retail sales, behavior, communication skills. However you manage or capture their performance, rather than going, yeah, but what if my team are shitty with me? And what if my team, they pull back and they retreat? Instead, ask yourself, what if my team actually take that information on board? And what if my team actually become better performers? And the end result from that conversation is what I really want it to be. What if that? So rather than getting stuck in that negative what if spiral, reframe it and start to go in the positive upward what if spiral. And start to action those in your life every single day. As soon as you find yourself in a situation of procrastination or fear, just stop, slow down for a couple of minutes and ask yourself, what is my internalization happening? What is going on in my mind at this current point in time? Why am I freezing? Why am I procrastinating? What is the negative what if that I'm processing right now? So get that negative what if. For example, you want to go to retail to a client. What if they say no? In that moment, if you can internalize that what if and go, you know what? What if they actually say yes and take home more than what the mini package of what I'm prescribing, or the 3-stage products of what I'm prescribing, if they take home 5 instead? What if that? And in that moment, use that momentum to propel you forward. Use that positive momentum, that positive energy to move you forward with the process. But it's important, though, in the same token, to capture those negative what ifs. So get a piece of paper or just capture it in your mind, in your memory bank, and then later take some time by yourself, 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes, however much time you need to go, okay, after business is shut, or when you're not with your family, when you have time in your office, or you go for a walk, doing some exercise, wherever you find time on your own, and start to process those what ifs and go, okay, what caused me to be in that state? What caused me to think that way? Was I overwhelmed? Was I frustrated? Was I fearful of something? Did I have a bad conversation? Did I read an email? Did I get a text message that wasn't so enlightening or empowering to me, that didn't serve me? Or did something break? So it's important to understand when these moments occur, when we get into that negative what if spiral, because that's going to show us what some of our triggers are. And when you become more clear around what your triggers are as a person, what triggers you to be negative rather than positive, in that moment, then you can start to work and develop the areas that you need to develop so you can start to become more empowered, more successful, more abundant, more confident. And when you become that personally as an individual, then other people around you will start to align and you will start to attract those people into your life. So if you can do that in your business every single day, just imagine the power behind you doing that, and then your team coming in alignment with that version of yourself, more empowered, more confident, more certain. What if your team were more empowered, more confident, and more certain? What is the impact that that would have on your business and your clientele and themselves? What if that actually had a positive impact on your business's growth? How would that allow you as the owner to pay yourself more? How would that allow you as the owner to live a more abundant life? What if your team started to succeed and meet their targets and actually take home their incentives and rewards? What would that mean for your team? Imagine the culture and the vibe you would have in your business at that point. Andy here from Grower Salon and Business Warriors. Make sure moving forward that if we do tend to get stuck in the negative what if spiral, capture that, reframe it, and turn that negative what if into a polar opposite positive what if. If you do that enough, you will start to change your habits, your traits, and you will start to become a more empowered, more confident, and certain version of yourself. So before you go, make sure you click the subscribe button below. Join our channel for more educational tips on how to grow your beauty business. Let's go.